Kaivalyopanishad. Once upon a time, Ashwalayana went to Lord Parameshti, Brahma, and addressed him thus: O illustrious one, O illustrious one, instruct me into Brahma Vidya, divine wisdom, which is the most excellent, which is ever enjoyed by the wise, which is mystic, and by which the learned, after having soon freed themselves from all sins, reach Purusha, the supreme of the supreme. To him the grandfather thus replied: Know it through Shraddha, faith, Bhakti, devotion, Dhyana, meditation, and Yoga. Persons attain salvation not through karma, progeny, or wealth, but through renunciation alone. Ascetics of pure mind, through the realization of the meaning well ascertained by Vedanta, Vijnana, and through Samnyasa Yoga, enter into that which is above Swarga, heaven, and is in the cave of the heart. They all attain Paramatman in the Brahman's world, and are finally emancipated. Being seated in a pleasant posture in an unfrequented place with a pure mind, and with his neck, head, and body erect, having given up the duties of the four orders of life, having subjugated all the organs, having saluted his preceptor with devotion, meditating the pure, dustless, or without rajas, heart lotus, and having contemplated in its heart's center Parameshwara, who is always with his consort Uma, who is pure and free from sorrow, who is unthinkable and invisible, who is of endless forms, who is of the nature of happiness, who is very quiescent, who is of the form of emancipation, who is the source of Maya, who has no beginning, middle, or end, who is one, who is all pervading, who is Chidananda, consciousness, bliss, who is formless, who is wonderful, who is the Lord of all, who has three eyes, who has a blue neck, Nilakantha, and who is serenity itself. The Muni attains Paramatma, the womb of all elements, the all witness and above tamas. He only is Brahma, he only is Shiva, he only is Indra, he only is the indestructible, he only is the supreme, he only is the self shining, he only is Vishnu, he only is Prana, he only is time, he only is Agni, fire, he only is the moon, he only is all things that exist or will hereafter exist. He only is eternal. Having known him, one crosses death. There is no other path to salvation. He only attains Parabrahman, who sees in himself all elements and himself in all elements. There is no other means. Having constituted his body in Arani, the lower attritional piece of wood, and Pranava, Om, the upper Arani, a wise man burns Ajnana by the churning of meditation. It is only he, Paramatma, who, deluded by Maya, assumes a body with the internal organs and does everything. It is only he who, in the waking state, is gratified with woman, food, drink, and other diverse enjoyments. In the dream, too, the jiva enjoys pleasure. The jiva enjoys pleasures and sorrow in the several worlds which are created by his Maya. In the deep sleep, when all illusion vanished, he, replaced with darkness, tamas, attains the state of happiness. Then, through the force of the karmas of previous births, the jiva again wakes up and goes to sleep. All the diversified objects of the universe emanate from the jiva, who sports in the three bodies: gross, subtle, and casual. The three bodies are finally absorbed in him who is the source of all, who is bliss, and who is absolute wisdom. From him rises prana, manas, manas, all the organs of sense and action, akasha, vayu, agni, water, and earth, supporting all. Parabrahman, which is of all forms, which is the supreme abode of this universe, which is the most subtle of the subtle, and which is eternal, is only yourself. You are only that. One who knows himself to be that Parabrahman that shines as the universe in the waking, dreaming, dreamless, and other states will be relieved from all bondage. I am that Sadashiva, or the eternal happiness, who is other than the enjoyer, the enjoyed, and the enjoyment in the three seats or bodies, and who is witness and chinta matra. All emanate from me alone. All exist in me alone. All merge into me alone. I am that non dual Brahman. I am the atom of atoms. So, am I the biggest of all? I am this diversified universe. I am the oldest of all. I am Purusha. I am Isha, the Lord. I am of the form of Jyotish, light, and of the form of happiness. I have neither hands nor feet. I have power unthinkable. I see without eyes. I hear without ears. I am omniscient. I have one kind of form only. None is able to know me fully. I am always of the form of Chit. I am the one that should be known through all the Vedas. I am the Guru who revealed the Vedanta. I am only he who knows the true meaning of Vedanta. I have no sins or virtues. I have no destruction. I have no birth, body, organs of sense or action, or buddhi. To me there is no earth, water, or fire. There is no vayu. There is no akasha. He who thinks Paramatman as being in the cave of the heart, as having no form, as being secondless, as being the witness of all, and as being neither Sat nor Asat, attains the pure form of Supreme Atman. One who recites this Shatarudriya becomes as pure as Agni, fire. He becomes purified by wind, purified by Atman. He becomes purified from the sins of drinking alcohol. He becomes purified from the sins of murder of a Brahmana. He becomes purified from the sins of theft of gold. He becomes purified from the sins of commission of those that ought not to be done, and the sins of omission of those that ought to be done. Therefore, he goes into the Avimukta, rising above the ashramas. One should recite this Upanishad always, or even once in a day. By the virtues of this, he acquires the knowledge that destroys the ocean of samsara. Therefore, having known him, he attains the Kaivalya state, reward of final emancipation. Yeah, he attains the Kaivalya state. इति कैवल्योपनिषत् समाप्ता. Om Tat Sat.